300 million. That's how many jobs the IMF says will be affected by AI. Not in some distant future, but in the coming months and years. And if you're in law, finance, executive leadership, or any form of knowledge work, you're not watching this from the sidelines. You're standing directly in the path. We are already seeing the evidence. Banks cutting thousands of roles while investing billions in AI. Legal tech handling contract analysis in seconds that used to take 360,000 human hours. And here's the uncomfortable truth. 50% of entry-level white-collar positions could disappear within 5 years. But here's what most people miss. The danger isn't only that your job vanishes overnight. It's that your job gets rewritten and you don't notice until you're left behind. The tasks inside your role are already being decomposed and reassembled. And those who understand this difference have a massive advantage over those who don't. The question isn't, will AI take my job? The question is, am I building the capacity to evolve faster than my role changes? I've had to answer that question myself more than once. I went from high-flying lawyer whose career was ended by a life-threatening illness to startup founder with deals worth $50 million vanishing when the 2008 crash hit, to author and then to coach to professionals and founders for the past 16 years. Each pivot required me to unlearn what made me successful before and develop entirely new ways of operating. What I've learned both personally and from coaching professionals through high-stakes transitions is that those who thrive aren't necessarily the smartest or the most credentialed. They're the ones with an anti-fragile and adaptable mindset, the capacity to actually grow from disruption rather than just survive it. What elite military units like the SAS, SEALs, and Delta understand is that adaptability in chaos involves having the right protocols in place for when the environment shifts. So what does building that capacity actually look like? Well, a starting point is recognizing that there are 3 core capabilities that can be systematically developed. Firstly, cognitive flexibility, the ability to shift mental models when the rules change rather than doubling down on what used to work. Secondly, optionality, building multiple viable paths so that you're never dependent on a single role, skill set, or industry remaining stable. And thirdly, execution under uncertainty, the capacity to make decisions and take action rapidly without waiting for perfect information. These aren't personality traits, they're protocols, and they can be trained. The professionals who will lead and thrive over the next decade aren't waiting for disruption to force their hand. They're building adaptability as a deliberate skill right now before they need it. It's critical to build the capacity to pivot at speed in the midst of uncertainty rather than wait and hope. The future belongs to the adaptable. Make sure you're one of them.